What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today, BTC USD. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here, and let's get into it. Okay, it's a late start for me today. Here we are at about 68.5K with roughly 3 hours, 28 minutes left in the day. It is Sunday, and we are getting a little bit of a dump. It is a bearish engulfing candle by all definitions here. If we close here and or lower, I do believe that we'll go lower. I do believe that what we've seen here is a relative bull trap in this overall little pocket of consolidation. And my overall expectation for Bitcoin remains that we will see lower lows here before we see higher highs here. Inevitably, I do believe that we will go to prices that are back around, but not above $80,000. I believe, and I made this bold call, I want to say, I don't know, maybe a week or two ago, that I believe Bitcoin will get above 80K for the entirety of 2026. I don't think that we'll see prices above 80K for the entirety of 2026. So my expectation is a little bit of a drop, a little bit of a dip. We'll find support right around this low, just a slightly lower low, and then we'll probably move up and just miss interacting with these areas of prior support here. So let's look at the short-term stuff and see if there's anything that we can come up with that might validate this first idea that we do go lower. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame, and then we'll zoom out from there, okay? Again, hit that like button if you haven't. Subscribe if you haven't. Thank you all for being here. I'm not going to sell you anything. I just want to talk about crypto and TA, man. And if there's anything relevant in crypto to talk about outside of TA, I'll talk about that too. Maybe there is something relevant right now to talk about. I don't know. I actually haven't been keeping up with the socials like I should be. I'm kind of out of touch right now. It's been a very, very busy week for me, so that's no excuse, though. That's all that is an excuse, actually, and that's not good enough. Low to high. Low to high here on the 1 hour time frame. I mean, to me, guys, this does look like a breakdown, right? It looks like here you found a lot of volume on your low. You got a lot more volume, but you didn't really go anywhere. So, of course, you saw some natural reaction to the upside here. A lot of volume coming in. There's a lot of selling pressure. Look at that big, not because it's red, but because the candle that happened came down, right? There's a lot of selling pressure right here at this high. You tried to go again. And this time there was no buying pressure to come in. Instead, selling pressure resumed, and it even picked up. What you have here, these last 2 hours, is more selling pressure than what you actually had here. You guys, there's a lot of selling pressure that took place here. And we're seeing and I mean really, and even here as well, we're seeing the breakdown from this overall move up right now is what's happening. We're breaking down from this move. It looks like a breakout properly. And you can just see that the bears are in control right here with this movement, right? The bulls were trying, but the bears, there's a lot more mustard in this move here. If we're looking at this, again, from a low to a high, my expectation, it's kind of like a little double top, isn't it? It's like a little double top there, little bunny ears or bull horns, whatever you want to say. It's a bull trap, so maybe bear horns. I would think that we go down, we continue to go down here. We're breaking through, we're at the 0.5. It's not uncommon to see a 0.5 support to 236 resistance to golden ratio support, back up here for resistance and then back down, right? It's not uncommon to stair step like this. I highly doubt that from here we're just going to break all the way down to a lower price than 65K. I don't think it's going to be one fell swoop. We likely do find support either here at the 0.5. Bitcoin has had a very good relationship with its 0.5 over the past like 4 years now, 3 years now. It could be a good area to find support. Again, we've seen this over the last 3 or 4 years a lot more often. We've actually seen this kind of interaction with the 0.5 to the 236. It's odd. It's different than what I remember and what I remember observing in my earlier days doing TA. But it's just kind of the personality for some reason of this cycle. Bitcoin has shown a lot of respect at its 0.5. And specifically, again, we've seen this 0.5 to 236 reaction that goes down to the golden ratio. So again, I don't think on a 1 hour time frame, I don't think this is going to be a slow, drawn out process. But I also don't think that it's going to be a fast process either. We're not just going to go all the way down with no volatility. From here, we're looking for lower prices overall. I do expect that we will see prices below 65.1K. That will be validated if we do find support either here or here, wherever it is. We come back up, we find a lower high overall, and then we get a lower low. The idea, once we get the lower high and the lower low, wherever the low might be, it might be here, it might be there, then we get the lower high, then we get the lower low. The idea there is that then we're forming a new trend. We broke out of our little corrective phase here, our bull trap, and we're probably going to go below these lows. We look at this with our indicators. The RSI here, it does look like you want to bounce. So, I mean, it really would make sense to find some support here and go up to prior areas of support to find resistance. And again, from a low to a high, I mean, that's right there at your 236, guys. It's perfect. So we probably bounce to about 70K, just below 70K, and then we come back down. Stochastics are cooled off. I mean, or they're oversold, so they're bearish, but you can come back up. And in that coming up, you know, then we reset and then we come back down. Like here, you were cooled off, you were really oversold. This is all it took to get you overbought, and then you were ready to presume going lower, right? Again, it's not going to take a lot of time. This is on the 1 hour time frame, but I just don't think it'll be a straight shot all the way down. The MACD is probably irrelevant. Yeah, I mean, it looks weird, whatever. 4 hour time frame. 4 hour time frame. Looking at this, I think what we're getting set up for, guys, is this kind of classic setup that we see with Bitcoin throughout its history. On short time frames, on long time frames, this double bottom where you have a point here that's at a low, and then maybe the next low is a higher low, it's a lower low, it's a tit for tat double bottom, however you want to go about it. You find support up here somewhere in this zone, though, this approximate area, and I'm thinking we're going to see a lower low. Bitcoin does this thing where in this double bottom dynamic, right, it actually forms an M pattern in the middle of that double bottom. So there's double bottoms and there's these double bottoms with M's. And what I've noticed is that these type of double bottoms perform much better than these type of double bottoms do. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. It's on a 4 hour time frame, so it's not the most significant thing, but still just kind of the idea that we're running with here. Again, it's an idea. It's a prediction. Picking up volume here. Volume's picking up as we're selling off. It makes sense that we're going to go lower. What about this? What retracement is this? Is this the 886 from a high to a low? I think it is. What type of pattern? I think this is a harmonic pattern, maybe. Maybe. Is there, would it be a bullish bat? Is that what it is? Is it a bullish bat? If it's a higher low, I think it would be a Gartley. Bullish bat harmonic. Let's see. It's not a shark. Yeah, look. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Something like this. Something like, see, that's a higher low. I'm going to click on this one. I'm clicking. It's not doing anything. That's okay. There, okay, it just adjusted. It's loading. Forgive me, guys. It's going to take a second, it looks like. That's okay. We don't got to worry about it. One more time. One more try. There we go. Okay, let's zoom in here. It doesn't tell us. I'm going to click on it and let's just see. Because I want to get some clear readings here. Where's the bullish bat? Bullish bat pattern. Okay. X to A followed by retracement to point B at the 382 or 0.5 of X to A. You don't have to know what that means. I know what that means. So just pay attention. Okay. So X to A would be here. This is X, your starting point. A is up here. It's your primary point. So it'd either be here or here. I'm going to go with this. That's your A. Okay. X to A. And then A to B. This is your B point right here. A to B. B to C. X to A is here. You retrace X to A, 382 to 0.5 of X to A. Well, we retraced a little bit more. It's pretty close. Maybe if we don't take the fake out high, because normally I wouldn't take the fake out high in this measurement. I mean, it would be pretty close. It's a little bit over. That's not encouraging, but still, it somewhat works. It somewhat works. And then from B, the price moves to C, reaching a 382 to 886. That's a lot more forgiving. There's a little bit more wiggle room here. So from A to B, it'd be a 382 to 886 retracement. Your 886 is up here. That fits. The 382 is here. The 886 is there, so that fits. It's a perfect retracement. I don't know if this is accurate. I don't know if this is, because I feel like that's a broad range, but maybe it is a broad range. 382 to 886. The key level 886 of X to A. This point D marks the potential reversal zone where traders expect. So point D would be the 886 of the overall retracement. So what this is saying is that it could possibly be at 61.2K that we find support. I don't think that's true, though. I don't think it's supposed to be 1 point. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to, it can go longer. Harmonic bat pattern. 1618 to the 2618. It says 886. I don't think that's accurate. I don't think this is right. It's probably not far off, but I don't think it's right. I think there are bat patterns that can get lower lows, or maybe I'm wrong. I'm not the most experted person in bat patterns. I want to try one more and just see here. Let's see. Not trying to waste you guys' time, but I'm having a little bit of fun just messing around here. Let's see. 886 right there. Okay. So maybe there is hope. And if it's not a bat, maybe there's something else. It could be an alt bat. I don't know. There's got to be some harmonic where you do see a lower low. maybe it's not a bat, maybe it's something else, but maybe that is causality enough to expect that we find support at 61.286. And if we get down there, guys, and we come back up above this low, we would know confidently that that's low. We'd get bullish right here, okay? I don't know how much sense that made. I don't know if you paid attention or not, but I'm on one today, so that's what we're doing. A little bit of education, a little bit of stuff I feel like that's similar to what we do, but that's outside the box, right? We don't talk about harmonics all the time. There's all kinds of stuff, you guys, beyond just fibs and the RSI and stochastics and the MACD. There's all kinds of stuff, all types of patterns beyond just triangles and channels, double tops and double bottoms. There's all kinds of patterns outside of that too in TA. Hold on real quick, guys. I thought I heard... Okay, that's what it is. So we look at this here on the 4-hour time frame. The RSI does look bullish overall, actually. I don't mind that RSI, you guys. It's a fierce looking RSI. The only issue here is you got a double top at the overbought zone. This even though you are in an uptrend here, that could be the end of your uptrend. And if things go what as I'm expecting them to go, you might get a little bit of a pop here. You go back up to about 70K and then you come down. That might bring your RSI up here, and now you're starting a new downtrend. You know, you're breaking out of your uptrend and starting a downtrend. That really could happen. You had an uptrend here, and that ended. You didn't even get in the oversold zone. You might be, or overbought zone. You might be seeing the same thing happen here. The MACD did cross above the 0, but where's your pop, bro? Where is it? Dude, your RSI got rejected from the overbought zone. It should have gotten overbought. Your stochastics were overbought. You look bullish as hell. You're breaking above the 0. Where's the pop? Where'd it go? Why is the volume coming into the downside? This isn't good. This isn't good, and this definitely makes me think we go lower. I don't know how low. I'm pretty confident that we go below here, but again, that bullish bat pattern might suggest otherwise, that we find a slightly higher low, and that's fine if we do. But if we do go lower, my expectation overall would be that we interact at least with this 2618, that we see 58.8K, if not at most 53.4K. Maybe we don't go below 60K. Maybe we do hold this low after all. Okay? And that's fine. I wouldn't be upset with that at all. Low to high here. That measurement takes us down to 61.286K. That's a fine area to find support. But if we go lower, the 1272, the 1618, everything here, this primary extension zone just from this fib, right? If I delete this, the primary extension zone, which is right here, lines up very well with the assumed next target area of this fib extension here, which is the 2618 to the 3113. That's my 6-month-old baby making baby noises. Anyways, that's the overall expectation that I have. I'm still sticking with the game plan to 57 to 53 point. Let's say 58.8 to 53.4K, probably closer to one of these numbers here. I'm still sticking to that, but I'm definitely more open-minded to the idea of this slightly higher low. And this will be vindicated if we bounce there and we get back above this low. I would say at that point, yeah, you're in a bullish bat, you're moving up, and we're probably getting a double bottom pattern overall that'll generate some type of more fierce response as the days go on. I don't think it'll look this fast, it'll behave this fast, but more or less that kind of idea as an end result. Daily time frame here, RSI still looks like crap. You have higher highs. You bounce off your oversold zone, which is really good. You got higher highs in your RSI, but you have lower highs in your price. That's not good. That's hidden bearish divergence. Hidden bearish divergence, I'm sorry. Same thing on the stochastics. Same thing on the MACD. I mean, you're green here where you were red here. You know, I don't know. Maybe it's not hidden bearish divergence formally, but still, I'm not impressed by this, and I think that we do make another plunge down. Whether it's a lower low or not, I'm not 100% confident. I'm betting that we do see a lower low because that's what we've seen from Bitcoin in prior consolidation phases, right? Before we take out a higher high, we saw lower lows here. Before we broke out and saw new all-time highs here, we saw a lower low right there, right? We found a low right there pretty quickly, but we found a lower low later. We found a low here and it dominated for a while. Then we found a lower low and an even lower low in these consolidation phases, right? Lower lows throughout this whole consolidation phase, lower lows throughout this whole consolidation phase here, right? And we're clearly at this point here in the beginning of a consolidation phase. We're not just going to, from here, go through the floor or through the roof. We're probably in another consolidation phase. So with that assumption, it is an assumption, I think that we're going to see a lower low. But again, I'm more accepting today than I probably have been in over a week of the idea that we do find a higher low. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I hope this video was fun and informative and I didn't sound too much like a madman, but I don't know. Take care. Bye-bye.